Hi everyone, so it's Tanya here from Cannon & Co Sales and Lettings, just bringing you this week's Whittlesea and surrounding areas property news update. So last week we focused on how the market is, how quickly properties are selling in comparison to 2019. This week I'm doing it slightly different, still related to the property market, but looking at how long it's generally taken for a sale to complete and go through. So obviously one of the biggest things when people put the house on is how long is it going to take to sell my house? And there actually is no answer for that. It would really be like plucking a figure out of thin air. For me, it's about there's so many things you need to look at, there's so many variables. But I have actually been on a course this week where we were looking at sales progression elements that had a few conveyancers on the panel and a few estate agents in different areas as well. And what we were saying is, or what they were saying is, if a sale goes through in 16 weeks, that still is considered quick. At the moment, with lack of stock, so to speak, the chains are taking longer to complete. So where people have sold their homes, they've got a buyer on the books, they obviously need to find their next property. That's taken that little bit longer for them to find their ideal home. Nothing to worry about, because obviously when you're selling your home, you or your agent should always be communicating and saying the sellers haven't found anywhere to go, and it's keeping that communication up to date. So one thing when people do ask me how long is it taking, realistically you cannot give any dates. And one thing that was quite interesting, and I came across myself when I was selling or buying a property a couple of years ago now, is on the memorandum of sale, which is the form the solicitors have sent to each party in order to start the kind of conveyance in the legal process. Sometimes you'll often see a clause in there that says must complete within 6 weeks. That's quite archaic, and actually I think what they're saying is if you see that on any documentation, it's not the conveyancer saying that, it's possibly that the agents or anyone hasn't updated their information. And I know I certainly panicked when I saw that in my own personal situation. And when we've got the forms for the agency we've got, it's one of the things we took out very quickly. So there's so many variables and nothing to worry about too much. It depends upon what the chain's going to be like, if the chain is complete, where people are going, and generally how long searches are taken to come back. So it's about getting all of that information, and generally I think I say once searches are back, then we can start seeing kind of what inquiries have been raised, but not before. So anyone who's saying right you're going to be in within a certain date, there is actually no guarantees. So they're saying dependent upon the chain, but even 16 weeks at the moment is classed as being quite quickly. Obviously your agent will be pushing things through and communicating with each side, which does reduce the weeks down. It stops, ensures that everyone's communicated on each side. But I thought that was quite important just to discuss as well, because people often forget about the sales progression, but also it is a common question we are asked, how long is it going to take for my house to complete? And it's just something that really can't be answered. So looking at the properties this week, obviously I pick up the data from Rightmove. I look at all properties that have come on within the last 7 days. That's across all agents in the Whittlesea and kind of surrounding areas. It looked like a lot had come on, but we know that I don't take into account reduced properties, and I try not to take into account where a property's changed agents. That being said, then it looks like there's 11 properties that have come on this week. 2 of those were 2-bed properties. One was a lovely grade 2 cottage, so go and take a look online for that, and a bungalow. We've got 3 4-bedroom detached properties come on. 3 of the new Taylor Wimpey site properties have just been released today, I believe, or yesterday. And then there's 3 3-bedroom properties, a mixture of a detached property, linked detached, and an end terrace there. So that's what's come on this week. And if you do want anything specific, or want me to cover anything specific, do let me know. Many thanks and have a good day. Take care.